I love the game. I love the hustle, man.
How good in your guys' mind can Keegan Murray be? Like, you could do a comparison to another NBA player. You could say couple time All-Star, like 25, like just in your mind, like what's the ceiling for him from what you see now? And the team for the team that he's on, what you seen, like what we're seeing in the summer league, what we saw last year, kind of putting it all together, like what do you see the ceiling is for him?
I kind of see him somewhere between like a Kawhi and a Chris Middleton, right? Very long, athletic, but not the greatest athletic, but determination, heart, and get better every single day.
I like that Middleton. I was thinking that too when I saw him the other day. I'm like, man, he's kind of giving me Middleton vibes. Little different body type. Because Middleton's more. I don't want to say kind of more so kind of like a tall guard.
Keegan's a little bit
like
more
a tall three. Also
definitely.
too, like what position do you guys feel like he would be best at moving forward? The three spot or the 4 spot?
Three.
Yeah,
kind of interchangeable depending on who you're playing.
But I believe 3 for sure.
I believe 3 too. I believe they played him a lot at the 4 spot, and like I believe Harrison at the 3 last season. But like you said, it's kind of interchangeable. It's really, you know what I mean. Especially depending on who you're playing, but the reason I ask, because if he's playing the 4, then he needs to improve his rebounding.
Definitely.
And I feel like with Keegan, the coaches got to be careful. It's like, don't ask too much of the kid right now. This is only his second year. You know what I mean? So
right.
You know what I mean? I feel like Harrison will be better served at the 4 right now. We don't need him to score as much anymore. You know what I mean? But it's kind of be like that locker room veteran, be consistent.
Definitely.
But I feel like he needs to be that guy to kind of like be aggressive on the boards. A little stronger build, you know what I mean? More experience. So I would kind of like to see him play the 4 spot and kind of like Keegan kind of be like that scoring wing. Yeah.
But I do feel like for me, I feel like Keegan can be a Robert Horry type fella in this league. You know what I mean? I can already tell he's working on his defense. I was going to lightweight compare him to Ron Artest as far as from a defensive aspect, but he hasn't had that dog in him just yet. You know what I mean?
As far as defense,
once he's that dog in him, that boy's he's gonna be something crazy.
And you know, I think he's always going to have that kind of stoic, laid back personality.
Yes.
But I don't feel like that's going to be who he is as a player, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like his appearance is kind of just like, hey, I'm chilling, but like I feel like when he gets in that court, he has something in him that, and I'm seeing that in summer league, like that aggressive, like.
And that's what Teddy was saying. Teddy was saying the same thing.
And I feel like that was kind of like what some of the assistant coach for the Kings was saying. I forget his name, but he was kind of comparing him like to Kawhi in that regard, as far as the jump that he made.
Right.
And as far as just, he was saying from year 1 to year 2, the improvement that they're seeing in the summer, they're really impressed with, and I'm seeing it too. I think a lot of us are seeing it.
And like I say, you know, with me being here in LA and not really watching too many, you know, games, and for the ones I do catch, you know, I see that, you know what I'm saying, he's made a somewhat of a jump so far in the you know, the small stuff that I've seen so far. But like I said, you know, for me, what I've seen so far in the Summer Classic that they had out there in Sacramento, he definitely stepped up. He played a bigger role this time around. I don't know if he's going to go ahead and play in this Vegas Summer League or not, if they're going to shut him down and wait until the regular season starts.
They're shutting him down.
So they shut him down. Okay. And I feel like that's good. You know what I mean? You got your 2 games in, you know what I'm saying, that you need it. You know, you got your cardio in, you know, and things of that nature. And from this point on now, you got to just figure out what do you want to go ahead and work on and what do you need to go ahead and work on to make yourself better when the season starts.
Teddy White, got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Do the Kings now have a big 3 with Keegan, De'Aaron Fox, and Domantas Sabonis?